Local man shares his thoughts about the tragic shootings in Buffalo, New York, and it has a bigger impact because he grew up in that same community. Night on your side, Chandrea Thomas is here with the story. Chandrea.
Heidi, Dr. N. Terry Galt says that he was in complete shock when he found out about the shooting from his family on Facebook. Now, thousands of miles away, the tight-knit community that he came from is dealing with an unthinkable tragedy.
In an area called Hamlin Park, which is a half-mile up from where the shooting was. And so anytime I went by to my parents' house, I went down that street and drove by this supermarket.
Dr. Ntari Galt spends his days teaching classes in Africana Studies at the University of Arizona.
You were not going to walk into that place and not know somebody.
He says the recent shooting at the Tops grocery store in Buffalo that killed 10 people shook the community he grew up in to the core.
The security guard who was killed went to high school with my brother and sister.
As a teen, Ntari would have poetry shows at the store, and he says going home now will never be the same.
My initial feeling was I couldn't stop crying. When I go back there, it's not going to have the same feeling. Because I can't go home without driving by there. It's going to mean something different. I don't know what it's going to mean, but it's going to mean something different.
Dr. Galt wants to make sure that people understand the true impact of another trauma in a community that has faced racial issues in the past.
We need for white people to go to other white people and say that racism exists. We need for white politicians to go to white churches and say, this is what we're going to do to stop racism and to stop these racial killings.
The grocery store that was fought for in a food desert became the scene of an overwhelming tragedy. The store opened in 2003, serving families and the elderly who lived nearby.
That block area is a gathering spot, and it's our home. It's our place of refuge, and it just felt like that was shattered.
So now the question is, how can we move forward to stop tragedies like this one from happening again?
This is wrong, and this can't continue.
And Dr. Galt says he's in communication with his family and the families of the victims back home to see how he can help.
It's a small world, but it's just so unfortunate when these tragedies are what bring us together, to discuss this and meet each other. And God, just our hearts and just prayers go out to all the victims.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening in this world.
Yeah. Sure. All right, Chandrea, thank you.